The battle against ISIL is being won. They have lost more than 50% of their territory in Iraq, more than 20% in Syria. The flow of foreign fighters coming into Iraq and Syria is down by 70, 80, even 90%. They have trumpeted their victories on social media, but of course now it is going against them because they are losing on the military battlefield and they're losing on the digital battlefield as well. The core of ISIL's propaganda strategy is they say the West is against Islam, that the West is trying to stamp out Islam, and it's the duty of every good Muslim to fight against the West. The best way for America to counter that message is to empower credible voices, mainstream Islamic voices who are saying that ISIL is not Islamic, that they're killing more Muslims than anybody else, that they're killing civilians, women and children. Voices of defectors, of young men and women who have come back from the so-called caliphate to say it's not what it's cracked up to be, that in fact these are murderers rather than people who actually believe in Islam. At the State Department, we've started something called the Global Engagement Center, which addresses ISIL content by amplifying the content of credible voices, by giving greater capacity to those people who are out there messaging against ISIL. There are about 28 countries that are part of the Anti-ISIL Communications Working Group, doing similar strategies, enabling credible voices. Not only are we working with the other countries in the coalition, working with the Silicon Valley tech companies. They don't want to have their ecosphere polluted by this kind of awful, noxious content, and so they are getting rid of it. One of the reasons that ISIL messaging is down by 50 to 60% is that those tech companies are taking that content down. Ultimately, it's not the job of the State Department to counter ISIL's message. It's the job of the entire world. It's the job of mainstream Muslims. It's the job of the 1.5 billion Muslims, the lion's share of whom reject everything that ISIL is doing. Those are the real participants in this battle.